Welcome, everybody. Welcome to Keto Alicious. Today is week 9, and today I wanted to tell you a little bit about my weight loss story and the reasons why I decided to take this journey and this cooking and following the keto myself. So it goes way back to about 23 years ago, quite a while. And if you guys don't mind, I made a beautiful salad. And so I'm going to just eat with you here while I visit. Before I get to that, first off, today was weigh-in week 9. And, again, I say this every week. I would not be weighing in if it weren't for, I think, everybody else that mentally needs these numbers. I don't. I go solely off of my measurements. But today I weighed myself and I stayed the same, which again is okay with me. And I'm not here nor there because I know there's so much more to this puzzle of this body that we so are working on. So to me, it is like beautiful art that I am, or clay. Let's talk about clay. It's beautiful clay that I am transforming, and some people are really good at forming that piece of clay really fast, and other people's bodies will not go as fast as needed or wanted. So I'm following this. I feel amazing. I have my ups and downs. I have some times when I go out that I probably could have done, better than I did. And it's all, it's all a personal choice. I know that. My mindset has been crystal clear. And I just, like everybody else, some people have good days and bad days, and I'm no different. I have good days and bad days. So, basically I'm trying to tell you that I'm human, and it's happening, and I'm so excited for my journey. I am not one of those people that I have to have it yesterday, because I know it took me 23 years as I continue my story to get to where I am today. And that is overweight and unhealthy and 53 years old and trying to change my life for the better. I have a good mental state. I'm very positive. I'm an excellent cook. So I have that part of it down. But there's challenges, there's days when you feel a little bit higher, days when you feel a little bit lower, some days when you're lonely or sad or mad, or somebody tells you, something else. So everybody deals with those. It's just how you handle them. And the most important part, like I've shared before, is don't go off of it and not come back. Come back. If that happens to you, come back and make sure that you continue on your journey, because you're important. So anyway, back to my story. I'm going to have a beautiful bite of my salad. My salad consists of romaine lettuce. It consists of some pepperoni cut up, some dry salami cut up, some green onions, some shredded mozzarella cheese, some ranch dressing, and some radishes. So it's wonderful. So I'm trying to get some of my fats in and my extra proteins today, because I kind of struggle with that sometimes. If it's time for you to eat, grab your lunch or your dinner and have a meal with me. So my weight gain journey began about 23 years ago. We had just moved to another city. My husband got a promotion, and I was probably a size 8. I exercised all the time. I loved it. I felt great. Just had my daughter. My daughter was about 6 months old. Actually, no, I'm going to take that back. It was about 21 years ago, because when we moved, She was right about 2. And I kept losing weight. My hair was falling out. I was only sleeping about 3 hours a night. I felt like my heart palpitated all the time. I could get amazing things done. I was double and triple handed. I was always overexerting myself. Nothing was a problem as I thought. And I felt good, except for that my skin was so dry, and I just felt, because I wasn't sleeping very much, I felt tired all the time. And I felt like, I needed a good checkup. Something was wrong. And having a baby, she's now 2, but she didn't sleep through the night for a long time. So you get sleep deprived. So you make excuses for why you're not feeling good, so you don't have to go in. But anyway, I went in, and had some blood work done, and then I came back home waiting for the results of the blood work. And I was also trying to get pregnant with my second child, and I was having a really hard time. After I had had my daughter, then I had a tubular pregnancy. So I lost that baby. So we were trying to have another baby. And so, I thought from the stress of that probably added to everything. And in the process of going to the doctor, I found a lump on my breast. And so I went in, had a biopsy done, and it came back that I was hyperthyroid, or they call it Graves' disease. And so my doctor said, stop exercising. We're going to put you on beta blockers until we can get this hyperthyroidism or your Graves' disease under control. And my recommendation is that we radiate your thyroid. Well, that was overwhelming to me because I just didn't know what they were talking about. Yummy. Sorry. So anyway, I got on these beta blockers, and I remember and I had my lump removed out of my breast, and thank goodness it was benign. It was not cancerous, which is a big concern of mine. So that was fine. And so I went and got a couple other second and third opinions on having my thyroid radiated. I didn't know a lot about the alternative world. I didn't know a lot about the thyroid at that time. All I knew is that my hair was falling out. I wasn't sleeping. My body was exhausted. My mind was exhausted. And now I have a doctor telling me I have to have my thyroid radiated, because if I don't, then I could have a heart attack with as fast as my heart is going on the hyper side. So I did what the doctors asked me to do. After a couple other opinions, the other doctors gave me the same concept. So I thought, okay, this is the only route I have. This is the only way I have. So I went ahead and had my thyroid radiated. And it was like night and day. Immediately. I went from sleeping 2 to 3 hours a night to sleeping 16 hours a day. I have a 2-year-old daughter that is crying and upset, and she's crying, "Mommy, wake up, get up, mommy, get up, mommy." And I am so exhausted, and I went from hyper to hypo all over so quickly. I had to move my daughter out of the house. Her grandma came and got her, because when I had my thyroid radiated, he said, "You're not allowed to cook for a week. You're not allowed to sleep in beds that'll overheat you, because you have so much radiation in your body right now that it will just kind of come out of your pores, and it will be all over in your home. So remove the baby, the child. If your husband, is concerned, remove him. And I had a basement at the time, and so he recommended I sleep by myself in the basement so that I didn't radiate any of this radiation, which it was so scary. I mean, you don't know what's going on, and now you're being told to move, your family out of the house. Don't cook, don't overexert yourself. And the beta blockers were, I don't know if anybody's ever been on them, but they give you this sense of you don't give a shit about anything. I'm not kidding you. It was November, and I needed to get ready for Christmas, and I could have cared less if Christmas came and went. I didn't care at all. I had no feelings at all, which were devastating. So my whole body, my skin turned gray. It was ashy. My body, I remember it being so dry, so extra dry. And here was the devastating, I'm not kidding you, devastating part of this. In 1 month, I gained 30 pounds. I was mentally, and I was so upset. I was so depressed. I didn't know what was going on with my body. They put me on these pills. They had me on beta blockers. They radiate my thyroid, and I gained 30 pounds in 1 month. And from that point on, clear up to now, I've been to 5 different doctors, and I feel like I have it pretty much under control now, if that's what you can say. However, from time to time, I still feel like, that it is still very much a struggle. I have tried so many diets, but that's exactly what they were. They were diets. I was deprived from, things like a salad dressing, or things like, cheese, or, just condiments, just everyday things that you're not allowed to have. And so when you get onto things like that, the mindset always will say, okay, you can overpower this until you can lose your weight, and then you can do whatever needs to be done. So a lot of us lose the weight, and then we go back to our lifestyle and eating, and eventually it starts to gravitate to where you gain your weight again. Well, that has happened to me so many times. I don't even want to tell you how many times. So that's why when I get on the scale and I see a little bit of a loss, or I see my measurements going down, and here is the huge mindset, maybe for all of you too, but for me, it is, I get to eat pepperoni, salami, real cheese, not low fat, not fat free, real cheese with real salad dressing. I mean, this is the way that I ate anyway, that I love to eat. The only challenge that I had is that I had sugar behind it. I was still eating sugar. And I was still eating flour. I didn't know anything about almond flour, coconut flour, any of that for a long time. The first time I heard somebody say you're going to have to give up sugar, honestly, my first thought was, there's no way. I can't. A hypnotherapist that says I can't. So then I really started doing my research and really understanding. And the biggest thing for me was understanding how many other things are out there to replace the sugar. I didn't know that in the beginning. And like I've shared with you before, I've always cooked. So the cooking part of it has been super easy for me. Converting the recipes, done deal. And you guys, if you've looked at my blog, and if you've tried any of my recipes, which I hope you have, all of those have been converted over to keto, and they are amazing. Some of the best foods that I've made, recipes, has been with keto, using keto products. So when you find out that there's things that you can do instead and you start getting that knowledge, the mindset, of course, for me then was so easy with eating the foods. And that's how my keto journey began. I decided I love to cook. I absolutely adore it. I've always wanted to have a cooking show. I've never been brave enough to get in front of the camera. And then when you niche it down into keto, and now I'm overweight, and you see all these keto people that are doing these videos, they've already lost their weight, or I don't know, maybe they didn't have as much weight to lose. And so that's what gave me this wonderful idea to start Keto-alicious and get from behind the camera doing the videos. Some people really like that fast. Just give it to me, tell me what to do. But for me personally, and for a lot of others, there should be a personality behind, what you're doing. And so that's when I made a decision. I shared with you that we had a friend that we lost, and that was my waking call to get from behind the camera, get in front of the camera, and do this. And I'm not saying I haven't had challenges with keto, because I have, as everybody else. This is a lifestyle, and every time I have an episode or something that takes me away from keto, I look at it as what is the lesson that I needed to learn from going away? And here is the best part, that I keep going back. And most of the time with any other plan, I'm not calling keto a diet, I'm calling this a lifestyle, but with any of my other diets that I try, I needed an excuse to go away from it. And when I had that excuse and I justified it in my mind, then that was my way out, that I didn't ever have to go back to that diet again. And that, I have not felt that with keto. I know that this is amazing. I feel like I eat breads. I feel like I eat pastas in the keto fashion. It's keeping up with cooking and finding good products and knowing that you can still continue to lose weight. So I will get to my end weight result, my end goal. And I'm excited to get there, of course. Beautiful sunshiny day today. Knowing that my clothes will fit a little bit better when I put on a pair of shorts, that they'll fit a little bit better. I'm excited about that. My honest to God struggle has been exercise. I love to walk, but it's been super cold. But yesterday I went out. I had a really, really good day yesterday. I went out, I took a walk, and I saw a movie, and then I went and I got all my organic seeds. I'm going to do a garden this year, I decided, with organic vegetables, and I will do another video with that and show you what I'm doing. But I'm going to build a lot of my own vegetables and things so that I have them, because I do a lot of cooking. So I'm really excited about that too. But the biggest challenge for me has been the exercise. So on the good days, nice days, I love to go out, and I exercised yesterday. And I also, because it was so beautiful, I went out and raked for about an hour, played in my yard. I've mentioned to you guys that I love my yard, and I'll share a lot of those videos with you too. So this is everything about me. This isn't just coming on this channel and seeing this skinny mini with, that has already done it. I know for a lot of people that's what you're looking for, but here I'm taking you through my journey to get there. And I will get there. I promise you that. And I love that there's so many of you guys that are following me for either my recipes or my motivational tips. I'm also going to be doing some really motivational maybe some videos to just to help you de-stress or to help you stay on keto, just something that you could just listen to and relax. I mentioned a couple other videos ago that, you know, when you're having a down day, maybe take that motivational, relaxing little maybe 10-minute session or video that I send to you, or audio, and take it and just listen and relax and then get back on track. So I hope that this gives you kind of a clear vision of, you know, where I started, how some of my challenges have come about. My weight gain was all because of my thyroid. I never had a weight problem before that, but I have struggled off and on for about 21 years, and I don't want to struggle anymore. I don't want to be getting older and not be able to move and not be limber and have foggy mind and not be clear about the second half of my life. I want the second half of my life to be better than the first. I have the knowledge, I have the motivation, I have the creativity, I have the experience. And so I look forward to each and every one of these videos because it's just that drive. It gives me that push that, there's other people that are wanting to see my videos, and it gives me that push that I could say, let's just have a pizza. But, it also gives me that push to know that I'm doing this for myself and I'm important. And I know that there's a lot of you that are following me that are probably, doing your journeys as well, your weight loss journey. So I do these for you as well. So stay strong, you guys. If you have some, I call them blurps. If you have any blurps, I'm not promoting cheating and blurps. I'm just saying that life happens. So if that happens to you and you take it to a whole depressive level, you may never get to your goal. So all I'm saying is learn how to pick yourself up from those blurps so that you can continue on and you can get to your journey and be the person that you want to be. So I'm going to call it a day for today. And I'm going to finish my beautiful salad. I'm going to drink a lot of water, and I'm going to continue on this because it is important to me, and I'm so excited that you guys are here following my journey. Also, I hope that I give you enough motivation and also tips and tricks that it gets you to where you can continue your journey as well. So until the next video, guys, I love each and every one of you. If you're not a subscriber, be sure and subscribe. And if you haven't clicked the bell above, make sure you do. Never miss one of my videos. Eat with me. Have tips and tricks and all the things that I am doing and all the food that I'm cooking. Try my recipes. I promise you, you won't be disappointed. And I keep sharing with you, I've been working behind the scenes on a couple different recipe books. So those will be coming up very soon. And I'll be very excited to share those with you so that those can help you on your weight loss journeys as well. Until next time, guys, have a wonderful day. Go outside, take a walk, spend some time with your friends and family, and have an amazing day. Bye-bye.